This is a journey we share together. A story about cherishing a legacy and raising value in a sustainable, responsible way. For Ahlström Capital, investing is more than buying the company's assets. For us, it's all about charting a map, creating new paths to new places, backed up with decades of experience. On every trip, however, it's important to stop for a while, to take a breath and look back where our journey began. For Ahlström Capital, the story goes all the way back to the year 1851. This is when Antti Ahlström founded his company. It was built on one productive farm and a rag paper mill. Later, the business expanded, following the acquisition of sawmills and the Nordmarkku works. Antti Ahlström understood the value of the Finnish forest and heavily invested in it. In less than 50 years, Antti Ahlström's business had grown to be the biggest in Finland. After the death of Antti Ahlström, his wife, Eva Ahlström, took over. She was one of the first female managers of an industrial company in Europe. The legacy of Antti Ahlström lived on in the form of a joint stock company, Ahlström Osakeyhtiö, founded by the Ahlström heirs in 1908. Walter Ahlström, the oldest son of Antti and Eva, was named as the managing director of the family business. In Walter's hands, the business kept on growing. During the time of Walter Ahlström, the company shifted its business focus from mechanical wood processing to paper making. In 1931, Ahlström Group became Finland's biggest industrial company. During the Second World War, Ahlström's engineering competence supported Finland's war efforts and the post-war reconstruction of the country. The 1940s and 50s marked an era of swift modernization of Ahlström's factories. The Ahlström companies are true Finnish pioneers of internationalization. The acquisition of the Italian paper company Cartier Giacomo Bosso in 1963 was the first of its kind in Finnish history. The second half of the 20th century called for adapting in the face of the environment and market specialization. Investments in product development increased to new level. From the very beginning, Ahlström's journey has been about long-sighted operations, adaptation and readjusting in a changing world. Having entered the new millennium in 2001, the original company was divided into 3 separate companies. The great journey of Ahlström lives in our daily work. This also gives us great responsibility. For us, it's essential that we live up to this legacy. By embracing the values of Ahlström, we ensure that our exceptional journey continues. We share our journey with our staff, our portfolio companies, and our clients, as well as the hundreds of millions of people who in their everyday lives benefit from the goods and services we provide. Ahlström Capital is a private, family-owned investment company that invests in well-established companies with strong cash flows. Today, our turnover exceeds €1.5 billion. We are a substantial owner of industrial companies whose combined turnover is approximately €4 billion. This makes us one of the biggest investors in Finland. The products of our portfolio companies are involved in almost every person's life around the world and around the clock. These companies design and produce products such as the packaging materials and tea bags on our breakfast table, as well as the decoration and furniture materials in our homes. The company's daily work is present in the filtration materials in our cars we drive and the electronics of trains and elevators. They also plan and operate various urban projects in our home cities. Ensuring long-term growth requires that we, the owners, challenge and question our own actions on a daily basis. Keeping up is all about having a solid foothold in the present while staying one step ahead. Development needs to be sustainable and long-sighted, today more than ever. Responsibility also means taking care of each other. Through their work, our portfolio companies ensure that cities stay in motion and people's everyday lives run smoothly. Ever since the days of Ahlström, the company has invested strongly in social responsibility. This means that we demand ethical conduct from our employees and partners alike. Taking care of the environment is a big part of our responsible and active ownership. This means investing in clean technologies and sustainable product development, and sensibly using raw materials and energy throughout the processes. Did you know that Ahlström Corporation is the world's biggest manufacturer of filter materials used in the automotive industry? You see, we believe that the greatest heritage we leave behind cannot be measured in money. From Ahlström's very first sawmill purchase in the mid-1800s to the rise of the Finnish paper industry in the 20th century and the new technological and environmental challenges of today, our shared journey continues, stronger than ever before.